Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sailor Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Cities Skylines. As you probably saw at the last episode, we finally have a working hydroelectric dam giving us some power. And we're gonna leave it at that. It seems really pathetic for where it's at, but apparently that's as tall as we can build it, more or less. So it is what it is. The whole industrial sector is abandoned for some reason. I'm guessing lack of workers. We have just finished a working metro system. So, that's good. We have a working metro system. Let's see. Man, there's a lot of views. Health, happiness, traffic, transit. Yes, there is this working metro loop around the city. It extends as far as the new neighborhood even. So then, clearly we need more residential. A lot more. This whole neighborhood has just been built and is fully filled in already. Power-wise, how long before we get the nuclear plant? Only 32,000. We're pretty much almost there. Alright. The tram line currently does not really run to here, so let's fix that. Alright, I just have to go to... I remember. Okay, yeah. We just go to here and... yeah, it's really just going to be a direct... see, it kind of feels like the Metro does this now. In fact, yeah, I'm going to try to not overburden trams. I'm going to create a line here. That runs just like a this area loop line, basically. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I need to change the color on that. This is the new one, I think. Others are available. Pink. There we go. Okay. Now we need we need more neighborhood. Now it's possible, like over here, we could probably put a neighborhood. Yeah, quite reasonably. We could definitely expand back into here. We can also very easily expand into the back part of this mountain, and probably will. But first, I'm gonna look into high densitying the rest of this. Basically up, like, just this section that's equivalent to this section. Wait, why is this not zoned? Okay, making sure everything's actually zoned would also help. So here's what we're gonna do. I believe it's not possible to just... no. So what we're gonna do is... we're gonna just de-zone all of these streets. This will momentarily make the whole problem drastically worse. Because all these houses are going to get knocked down. But fear not, everyone. I'm going to rezone all of it with... Shut up, no one cares. We're going to rezone all of it with high-density residential. So, here we go. Okay. It probably needs more, crossroads, but maybe we'll do that later, I don't know. Okay, it also just occurred to me that I never put any parks in over here, so let's do that. Let's just slap in, you know, some stuff. Nice Japanese garden. Or two, maybe, does that end up there? Maybe a nice park. Or something, well, maybe a plaza, huh? Yeah, how about a nice plaza with trees? So they're kind of big. Basketball court. That is huge. Okay, nope. Well, how about a nice basketball court? And it's not that small. Okay. Maybe a playground in here. Okay, yeah, basically we're just trying to get housing values up a little. And we never really did, apparently this nice park really only extends to this half of over here, so let's toss down a playground or two over here as well. And that helped land values a bit. Still not that superb, but I kind of intended for this to be a rich district, so let's put, something in up there just to help make it richer. Okay. So, I don't know why I insist on closing all these, they're literally meaningless. Alright. So the town is functioning. Oh, and I actually did successfully relieve all the residential demand with this new high density. Also, the population is at 23,000 and growing. Alright. What's our next idea then? I don't really know, actually. Let's take a look. So we've got... oh, I never named this either. We gotta come up with a better name than Daffodil Hills. Let's see. We've already got Mount Nelson. How's about, Jellicoe Hills, much better. Oh yeah, land values are double in Sea Lord Heights. A lot higher in Mount Nelson too. Well. Alright, we are about to hit 24,000, I would assume, which will get us another area, not that we really need it, and we'll let us build ships, although I don't think we really have a sea connection. And after that, 32,000, and the final thing is 60,000, so we're only a third of the way to that, but I would kind of assume that with high density it won't actually take that long to reach, to be honest. Alright, let's go through our services and just see sort of what we can add. Solar power plant. We could have one. It would be nice, perhaps, but I kind of think we just wait for nuclear. Here, the water. Ooh, sewage treatment is running a little on the barely functioning side. So let's get ourselves another water treatment plant. Oh yeah, production is at sort of the limit of capacity, so let's toss down a second one of those. Great, that problem should be resolved for the foreseeable future. Water intake is still fine. Water intake is still just pumping stations, but yeah. Garbage. Okay, the landfill that we did have is now empty, so goodbye. You can be more industry now. What's up with the weird random little corners that the bonds owned? Okay, you can be more industry now. Yeah, our production is above our capacity, so we should be fine. Healthcare. Availability is very good. Health is not that spectacular, but availability is very good. That said, I'm pretty sure that's provided entirely by just 4 medical clinics. Is this a hospital or a medical clinic? This is a medical clinic. So there's definitely scope to have a hospital. I think building a hospital is very reasonable. Very reasonable option. I might demolish the existing medical clinic to build it, to be honest, but, yeah, I think... Wait, what is it joining? Oh, that. Alright, well, I might knock down a small high-density... Yeah, you all hated that. Oh, that takes up a lot of space, if I put it that way. No? Okay, well, it's gonna have to go here or something, then. These stripes. How did that even happen? Nope, that's not. Alright. What? I guess that's just places I didn't manage to click, but I don't know how the stripes happened. Okay. Beautiful new big-ass hospital for the downtown area. Beautiful. Okay. What else? We still have quite a lot of income. Fire safety. We actually have a fire station. We also have adjunct fire stations everywhere, so I think we're pretty okay on that. The only other thing we could do is maybe a fire helicopter depot for forest fires. Which is not too crazy, we could consider it. Also police. Now, crime is basically non-existent, so I'm not that worried about it. But we could build a police headquarters. And even a police helicopter depot. Or prison, even. Education. We have a university. We have pretty good elementary school. I mean, the number of graduated citizens is not that high, but I have plenty of high schools and elementary schools in theory, compared to capacity. Ooh, the university is actually borderline. Nobody uses the public library, apparently. That is tragic, but it functions. What else? I mean, that's about it, right? So education's doing okay. Transport, yeah. Parks, plazas. Do we have any unique buildings? Any unlocked ones? We can build a cinema. Very pretty. Very expensive. Build a winter market. Temple complex. These are very expensive, actually. Ooh, we could build a football stadium. I can't afford it, but we could build it. Maybe we'll save for that real quick, because that would be cool. I can put a nice arch over our main road in. Beautiful. And that's a bit of a traffic jam again, huh? Okay. Well. We actually have a fair few. Well, okay, not the higher level. Oh, well, we do have. We could build an expo center. And we could build this stadium. Not the same as the football stadium. Maybe we'll try to build a football stadium. I mean, oh, what? Wait, why? I just built a new sewage facility. No power? Oh. I think I accidentally ran over the electrical power while building that. Don't worry, everyone. Sewage will be fully restored soon. Just a minor hiccup in the installation of the new system. Electricity is still pretty borderline as a whole, to be fair, which isn't great. Okay, everybody's happy now, despite the spastic flickering. Yeah, so things like this and that would be cool too. And actually, I guess I should probably build a, well, I have really no need for a police headquarters, though. I mean, it's well under control. My income just went way down again, but I'm guessing it's because of the, sewage problem. Okay, yeah. Traffic is an issue. Despite the public transport system. But at this point, we just can't cope with the amount coming off the highway. Even with our beautiful roundabout. Traffic going there is flowing fine. Traffic trying to go down here is not. Where's the, trucks are trying to go there. The private vehicles are pretty much all trying to get across to there. Some of them are even trying to go straight through. See, I feel like the metro should help with this. But it doesn't really, only because the traffic is all coming off of the highway. Ah, we've hit 24,000. Fantastic. Just have to have all my buildings abandoned to have a cathedral. Okay. Alright, so we can expand the city again. I don't know what tile I want. We kind of have space to grow already, honestly, but let's see here. Alright, so... we'll get the initial 3x3 grid first, so our options are pretty much... we could finally start going south. We could fill out this corner. And those are pretty much our options. I think maybe we fill out this corner. Because south is just very mountainous. It's not very suitable. I think suitable area for building is in the 50% that way. Alright. Lovely. New corner over here. I mean, yeah, this is... we can build a neighborhood there. We could immediately expand to right here. Most of that is a little bit too steep. We could sneak buildings into here, but it's not a priority. Okay. Let's see here. First thing is... probably... no, not that. What happened to my, what happened to my city status view? There it is. Okay. Oh, crematoriums are a problem, apparently. I wasn't really paying attention to that one. Okay, let's see here. Healthcare. It's actually death care. The cemetery is not full. So it should be fine, really. I mean, I don't have a crematorium, but we have good functioning cemeteries. I guess just so that I can be sure those will never fill up, I'll throw a nice crematorium in, you know, in the only appropriate and reasonable location, right next to the garbage incinerators. This is what's called, I don't know, respectful? Yeah, this is what's called respect for the dead. Alright. We have $230,000, so you know what? Let's build ourselves a stadium. Where do I want to put that? I mean, I would think... do I want to build like a... maybe it's time to finally expand up this mountain a little. Traffic flowing that way is fine. It's just right here that's a problem. I think it is because of this, actually. And this. I'm gonna give them some room to flow off of these. Alright, let's give myself one of these. And let's, like... let's see here. That's where that terminates. Well, I don't want to interrupt traffic on there, though. Well, I kind of am already just by building this, though. Let's do a little expansion up the mountain here. That's about the limit, I think. So... really? Alright. needed. That's better. This is kind of screwed up because of the tunnel here. Cemetery gets in the way of that, as does the metro. This tunnel is a little stupid. Alright, let's see here. Here would be wide enough, so that's fine. This is gonna have to move to somewhere else. Let's see here. Slope too steep, slope too steep. How about right here? Well, no. How about right here? Yes. Wait, that was the park maintenance building? Where's the tram building? Oh, it's right there. Oh, that means I haven't figured out how to move that. Okay, well. Okay, now actually here the only problem is this tunnel. If I let you go into default mode, can you figure out a way over the tunnel? No. If I tell you to be elevated. No, there's no way over the tunnel. Did that end up being bridge pieces? Oh, boy. This is what happens when you push that button. Okay. Now, figure out how to reconnect that road real quick. That's horrifying. You know what? We can just have it as a little turn off from here. That's fine. Horrifying, but fine. Okay, now what have I broken in terms of the electric grid? Do we still have a unified electric grid right now? We actually do, only because I moved these buildings, well, not entirely, but almost. Shouldn't those have been lit up anyway? They're connected to the hydro now. Oh, hey, it's broken. I'm not even going to begin to comment on that. I don't care if it stays broken. Hopefully, now that it's connected to the electricity again, it'll start working again, but I'm just going to pretend it's working if it doesn't. Oh. Here's a fun weird thing. The power doesn't actually reach far enough to power that because we don't have enough power. But if it was running, we would have enough power, so that's a bit of a... Figure that one out. By the way, we don't have enough power. So, more wind turbines, I guess? Turbine. I really look forward to when I can replace all these with nuclear. Although it's shockingly functional, but... Okay, that got us to the point where this is powered, but not to the point where it's operating. You know what, if it never operates again, I don't even care. It worked for 3 seconds. Is the road actually connected? Yes, that's not the excuse. I don't know. Maybe it'll start working again, maybe it won't. Okay, so... We actually need more industry. Okay, well... That's fancy. I've pretty much not seen that. Trees are on fire here. The ice cube factory's on fire, that's ironic. Why don't you just dump some product on it? We are struggling for educated workers in this city. Which is fascinating considering how much higher education stuff we have. Okay, so the stadium. That was the plan when I came down here, was to build a stadium. Okay, it would fit right here if I moved the park maintenance building, so that's what we're going to do. The park maintenance building can actually go anywhere. I didn't realize that's what this was, but let's put it... It's large, though. Let's just stick it over in the industrial sector right now. Now we have a disunified electric grid again. And it just really is. Okay. Is your complaint there? Flooded? You're a friggin' dam. You're supposed to be flooded. But except it's not. It's not processing properly. Hold on. Once I build the stadium, this should reconnect. That should cause that to connect to that, and then this can just run like sort of there. Yeah? Okay. Wait. It's generating power again. Never mind, it's not generating power anymore. But it was generating power for up to 3 seconds, so don't ask me. I literally have no idea. Alright, football stadium. We have a Sealordville FC. Fantastic. We're playing Springwood FC in 5 months. Ooh, yes, we won't be red. We'll be, I'm actually personally partial to green. Let's be green. If you couldn't tell from the fact that my entire room here is green. Springwood. We'll kill the bastards. Alright, so 750 visitors. My god, man. This is like an 80,000 seat stadium, but you mean 750 visitors. Okay, population is up to 25,000. Thanks for watching, sailors. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like or subscribing. New episodes will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. And have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Agenda, signing off.